I don't know why they're coming for Dave Chappelle. Did you see his new stand-up?
100%. I actually took it in this morning. I took it in this morning just to see what it was all about because I heard about the backlash that he was getting from the various members of the LGBT LMNOP community.
Well, not just them. National Black Justice Coalition asked Netflix to pull Dave Chappelle's closer special over comments deemed transphobic. Now, one of the quotes from his special, I'll just read it right here. Gender is a fact. Every human being in this room, every human being on earth had to pass through the legs of a woman to be on earth. That is a fact, he said. Now, I'm not saying that to say trans women aren't women. I'm just saying that those pussies that they got, you know what I mean. I'm not saying it's not pussy, but it's beyond pussy or impassable pussy. It tastes like pussy, but that's not quite what it is. That's not blood, that's beet juice. So, end quote. I mean, this is one of the quotes that they're taking from his stand-up and they're all up in arms about. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't had the time. I've been ill. You have seen it. You've been on this podcast a year. People kind of know where you stand. You've had some growth when it comes to this area. What do you think? Was this offensive? Was this too much?
The joke is the whole time Dave Chappelle is joking about how he's transphobic, like he's calling himself transphobic. So the fact that people would come out and call him transphobic and try to use that as like something negative against him, I think is a joke in itself. I think that's hilarious in itself. His comedy that he was telling was to highlight pretty much what I've been talking about forever. And it's the fact that the roles in society have changed to the point where those members of the LGBT community love to attack other people. They love to come at other people and be up in arms for causes and all of this stuff. But as soon as you say something against them, then it's, oh my goodness. Oh, you can't do that. You're not allowed. You're canceled, like the baby. He told a story about, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but he told a story about somebody that he met in his life that was transgendered, who was given an opportunity. And at the end of it, the opportunity was amazing for that person, but it didn't work out. And the reason it didn't work out was because of the transgender community.
Right.
And it was a result of this person simply defending Dave Chappelle. That's it.
So I feel like if Dave Chappelle isn't, especially a Dave Chappelle, not all comedians, but if Dave Chappelle isn't receiving backlash on his stand-up specials, I don't think he's doing his job. Because I look at Dave Chappelle as like a mirror as to what is going on in our culture, in our society, just basically everything.
If you guys, if anybody in that community feels attacked by anything that Dave Chappelle said in his comedy, if you feel attacked by any opinion that somebody has of your community, as long as it's not, you know, blatant just hate for no absolute reason, i.e. racism, just because of the color of your skin, you know what I'm saying? Somebody just hating, then, you know, I don't know what to say to you. I really don't know what to say to you because I've been black my whole life and I've had to deal with people just hating me for absolutely no reason and me not having to be so sensitive about it. You just deal with it.
I agree and disagree with your last point. I feel like if they want to be mad, they could be mad. If they want to respond, they could respond. Because you can't tell somebody how to react. You can't tell somebody how to respond. That's if you do something, especially in the climate that we're in, it's not gonna fall on deaf ears. You're Dave freaking Chappelle. You have a megaphone. If you whisper, it sounds like a volcano is erupting. Everybody listens when you talk. So I feel like that community, they have a right to react however they want to react. But at the same time, to call for someone to be canceled, though, that's where I think the line needs to be drawn. You cannot call for someone to be canceled just because they're speaking their truth as they see it. You get to speak your truth as you see it, and nobody comes for you. So it's got to be a fair and even playing ground. Because if Dave and people like Dave get to speak their truth, and LGBTQ plus and anybody in that community, if you get to speak your truth, then both sides are speaking, and that's all people ever really want is dialogue, a conversation. As long as nobody's crossing the line, and because nobody's trying to, hey, cancel that person, take food out of their mouth. That's not fair, because when that person gets canceled, what you're basically doing is saying, shut the fuck up. And if you get someone to shut the fuck up, then there's no more dialogue. There's no more conversation. And that can't never happen. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna watch it, man. Obviously, I should watch it soon, because I don't know if Netflix is gonna fold. What do you think?
No, no. There was a SNL episode. I believe Eddie Murphy was hosting it, and at the end or during one of the dialogues, he was on stage with Dave Chappelle, Tracy Morgan, and Chris Rock. Have you seen it?
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
no.
Long story short, anybody who's seen it knows that Dave Chappelle made a joke, and the joke was that we were looking with those four guys on stage. We were looking at 1/3 of Netflix's entire budget.
Yeah,
it's funny.
That's
It's funny. Why is it funny? Because it's probably true. So
no, yeah.
am I worried about Dave Chappelle getting taken off Netflix? No.
And Netflix, I'm sure, knew what was coming with this. I'm sure they encouraged it. I'm sure
they did
Chappelle,
2 specials before this.
Yeah, I'm sure if Chappelle didn't come with all that spice, they'd be like, bro, you're gonna have to do another one, because we need some controversy here. Okay, we need the money we spent for this. We need to get that back and some. Stir some shit up, brother. Thanks. Okay, viewing public thoughts here again. Conversation about that dialogue. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My eyebrows look kind of good today still. Deuces.
Yo, thanks for watching that video, making it all the way to the end. You made it this far, you have to like. Please subscribe and comment on the video as well. Join the conversation.
Absolutely. We finally hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Yes, we are trying to get to 1,000, and we can only do that with your help. You can start by watching that next video. You see that tiny little icon? Click on that icon, rinse and repeat. Deuces.
Deuce.